I'm gonna go a little different route on this video. And this is really for guys, if you're out there listening, if you're younger, my age, really any age, you might need to hear this. But I think it's really important, especially as a man, young man, middle-aged man, older man, doesn't matter. I think it is really important, especially now more than ever, that you have a practice, and a physical practice. It could be strength training, it could be jujitsu, it could be anything that challenges you, that forces you to go in, and that pushes you to be better. And I think this is so important for so many reasons, but look guys, we've got to take care of ourselves. We've got to take care of our bodies. We've got to take care of the internal framework. And this is not about show. This is not about trying to become the strongest or the best or to have some type of exterior image that we're trying to create. This is really about building the internal framework that we need to be good, strong, capable, competent men. And I thought about this earlier. I was thinking about becoming competent builds confidence. So when you become competent at something like moving weight around in the gym, running, martial arts, rock climbing, again, whatever the thing is or things are, the more competent you become at that practice, and that's really what this is, these are practices, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more that will come to you in life, the more that you will go out and put yourself out into the world in challenging and difficult, uneasy situations, and you will show up and do your best and be able to give your best. And that is needed now more than ever. We need good humans in this world, and we need good men. And I think, I don't know how true it is, but I hear all this data, all these alarming statistics around just kind of this younger generation really being lost in so many ways, and because of kind of how things have been set up as the pendulum is swung in the other way, and a lot of young men, good people, are being left behind. And so if you feel like you are somehow not as valuable as someone else, or if you're not in that top, they lead to all these dating statistics where it's really just this small 1 or 10% of men are in the desirable range. That's bullshit. Fuck that. Okay, we all have something to give, and we all bring lots of different things to the table. But no matter what, we need to challenge ourselves for ourselves first and foremost, which then shows up later, or shows up in all the other things that we do. And this is what makes us desirable, man. This gives us confidence. This gives us success in our careers or in our endeavors. So it can start with just simple practices and things that challenge you. So that is why I love picking up heavy weights. I am not the strongest, the biggest, the fittest, any of that, but I continuously challenge myself again and again and again when I get under the barbell or I try something new. And that builds character. That builds me to be a better human, a better person for whatever else comes next in my day. And I have come back to weight training and just physical activity again and again and again. I never stopped, but I come back to it all the time as just a refuge for where I can go back in and find myself, turn off all the noise that's going on, all the places where I feel like I've failed, fucked up, just not been able to do the thing that I needed to do or the way that I thought I needed to do it. I come back here inside, I go back to my practice, this thing I know how to do, and things start to make sense again. So that I encourage you to find a practice, find things to practice that are physically challenging, that are demanding, and that you can learn to enjoy and appreciate even through the hard work. We need more of that. It builds character, it does so many things that we need. I think just in our society as a whole, the world will be a better place for it. So if you're not already moving, start moving, find something that you can get good at, and just keep getting better at it. And make sure you're challenging yourself. That is the key thing. You've got to try harder. And again, this is not an ego thing. You have to figure out for yourself what's motivating you. Is it this ego to aspire to be something that is going to be validated by others? Or is it something that is internal that you can tap into? It's for yourself, and ultimately it impacts others. But you have to be able to figure out how to balance that. And it's not necessarily that you get there and you stay there. You have to continuously keep that in check. But once you've learned to do that, all of these things can be done from a very, very healthy place, very masculine place, a masculine energy of taking charge, of setting out to do things and getting it done. And you can be a really awesome human just from having some of these practices built into your life. So that's my message for today. Find a practice, start moving if you're not. You got to take care of yourself, period. Like that is bottom line. If you're not doing that, start with something. Start small, but keep at it and make it. If it sucks a little bit, that's probably where you need to be. You might need to suck for a little bit, but the suck, you start to learn to appreciate and enjoy even the suck. And that's what, again, we just need to keep doing these things. So if you're not doing that, start doing it. If you've already been doing it, see where you can push yourself a little bit more. See if you can put yourself into an uncomfortable situation. I started jiu-jitsu back earlier this year. I am the lowest man on the totem pole there. Everyone there can make me tap, in 16 different ways. I have no offense. I barely have any defense, and I enjoy it. But I'm putting myself into an environment where I am not familiar. None of my other skills really translate over, and so it is an awesome experience that I found to be able to be in that situation where I'm very humble, and I'm already a pretty humble person, I would say, but there is no difference between, there's no advantage I have from anything else I've achieved in life, any other success I've achieved in life when I get on the mat. None of that matters, and that's an awesome place to be. So find something that is challenging, that is difficult, that is uncomfortable, and put yourself into those positions on a regular basis. Maybe it's one thing this year, maybe it's one thing this month, but try to find those things that will challenge you and make you better. Like I said, the world needs it. We all need it. Just as men, we need that. We need that type of putting our mind to something, doing the work, getting beat down, going back and doing it again, and continuing to find joy even within that process as we work through these things for ourselves. So I think I've gone on enough, but as always, remember, movement is medicine. If you're not moving, start moving, start somewhere, challenge yourself, pick up something heavy, do something that's difficult, and I think you'll thank yourself. Your future self will thank you. So that's it for today. See you guys soon. Thanks.